Playmakers, the daily sports bulletin from the bridge that brings you the big news and the top plays from the world of Indian sports.
Hello and welcome to the Playmakers, our everyday live sports bulletin. My name is Rahul Kargal. On the Playmakers tonight, Gukesh is off to a disastrous start at the World Chess Championships, and India scores a fantastic victory at the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers. Our top story of the night comes from the FIDE World Chess Championship 2024 being played at the Resorts World Sentosa in Singapore on Monday, where the challenger Gukesh was beaten by the reigning champion Ding Liren of China in Game 1. Gukesh resigned on the 42nd move, which meant that the defending champion Liren gets a 1-0 lead over the Indian challenger. To help us better understand what exactly transpired in Game 1, we've got with us Kishan Gangolli, an 8-time national chess champion on the visually impaired national circuit. Kishan is also a gold medalist at the 3rd Asian Para Games 2018 and a silver medalist at the 2023 FIDE Chess Olympiad for the visually impaired. Kishan, thank you very much for joining us live on the Playmakers tonight.
Hi, good evening to all the viewers, and thank you for having me on your show.
Yes, Kishan, first things first, what is your initial reaction to this seemingly shock defeat that Gukesh suffered today?
Yeah, it's a disappointing day for all Indians and Gukesh fans. Yeah, it was not expected, to lose on the first round itself. But the intention is clear from both the players. So they are playing aggressive chess. So it's a treat to watch, the World Championship.
Now, we understand that this was the first win for Ding Liren in 304 days, right? What did he do well to overhaul Gukesh today?
Yeah, so firstly he started with the French defense that which comes after e4 e6. I play French defense from last 14 years. The French defense usually is not played in the top level. I mean in super GM level, especially in World Championship. It's very unlikely to happen. But it was not a surprise to Gukesh, I think, because he was playing all the moves fast in the opening. In the move number 7, Ding was. I think he was a bit confused with his opening, where he could have played Bishop E7 immediately, which is an obvious move, where a lot of variations, come after A5, E5, and all this Queen B6, F6. All the ideas come, but Ding thought for almost 30 minutes. That's insane, actually. Nobody does like that in the opening itself. But we don't know what he was really thinking. But after listening to his, him in the press conference, he was just trying to play something different than the usual line. Yeah, so after it was actually Gukesh who surprised Ding in the opening. So he was very well prepared. Yeah, the move G4 which he played, the Gukesh, was that was uh, the intention was very clear. Like he want both of them wanted to fight. That is the moment where where, when Ding played Queen A5, which was the fifth best move in the position as per engine. So that from then, I think Gukesh was not in the preparation. But later, Ding was completely like he was in a monster mode. He found all the best move in the position, and yeah, Gukesh, like he was under pressure. Yeah.
Well, you did mention that particular stage where Ding Liren took about 30 minutes to make that particular move. That ate up a lot of time, and we did watch visuals where Gukesh was, I think, at that point of time, off of his seat, and he was walking about and trying to, take stock of the situation. But thereafter, things went, drastically downhill for Gukesh, right? Was there anything specific that Gukesh did wrong in this particular game, Kishan?
Um, yeah, so the move Queen E1, I don't remember the exact move number, but the move Queen E1 was, I think, not needed. After Queen E1, the game completely was in favor of Ding. So even when knight into d4 was taken in the game, so Gukesh could have taken with bishop. He took with the knight. Till that point, the game was balanced, super complex game. But after that, when Ding started playing all the most precise moves, knight b2, getting the queen to c4, then rook coming to c8. Queen coming to d3, all precise moves, and he was not even taking much time for those moves. I think that situation, put Kukesh maybe under pressure, so he went wrong with queen e1. So after that, there is like Ding did not give any chance to come back.
Yeah, the tables turned very quickly there, isn't it? And towards the latter half of that game, Gukesh was now feeling the pressure of the clock, right? He had about a dozen minutes left on the clock, a little over a dozen moves to make to get to the next increment. And, that also probably got to him. He wasn't able to find the right moves. Was that the case?
Yeah, so when he was in a time pressure, already his position was almost collapsed. So it was very tough situation. You cannot play that position in very less time. And whereas Ding was making all the best moves in the position. So it's really tough situation for Gukesh. It was a really tough situation, but yeah, hopefully Gukesh will come back in the next games.
Right, and for a player who hasn't won in over 300 days to win the very first game of the World Championship, so what does a victory like this to do to the confidence of Ding?
Yeah, confidence. Actually, 4 5 years back, my trainer told me to choose one player as a role model and to see all his games. I chose Ding Liren, and he has a 100 games winning streak, so he never lost a game in 100 games. So so I have analyzed all of his games, so most of all his games actually. So, but the after COVID, his performance went down. Even in the last World Championship, he was not like uh, at his best actually. So he was making mistakes. He was like Nepo was taking over, but yeah, it was a like he got few chances later and he won the championship. But in past 1 year also, he's not. It was not a great. There was no great tournament for him. Like Gukesh, you see, he won candidates. He played well in Olympiad. He won individual gold, and he helped India to win gold in team gold in Olympiad. So if you just compare this, you just feel that Gukesh will dominate the world championship. But very first round victory like this, definitely gives a big confidence to Ding, and I think he'll try such more openings like this. How we played the French defense. So he'll start experimenting like this, and some crazy games probably going to happen in the next coming day. Yeah.
And final question to you, Gukesh now plays game two with Black, right? So, what do you think his approach will be now, having lost the first game?
No, generally, what players do in the World Championship, they initially take 2, 3 draws in the initial rounds, and then fight it out in like after 4 rounds or 5 rounds. But because this is the first game, ended in a decisive result, I think, yeah, Gukesh, generally he plays. What he has prepared, like he doesn't overstretch, but yeah, I think after few games he has to do that, because he's a black. I think the yeah, it depends how Ding plays. Like if Ding wants to make a easy draw, then I don't think Gukesh can fight it out, um, because Ding is white. So, but yeah, the first game, the intention is very clear from both the players, so they will fight most probably. So yeah, some aggressive opening may come. Yeah, all depends on how Ding plays with white pieces.
No, it sure will be interesting, watching the remainder of the series now that we know that Ding seems to have found his mojo once again. Kishan, thank you very much for sharing those insights with us and for joining us live on the Playmakers tonight.
Thank you for having me. Thanks a lot. Bye.
That was Kishan Gangolli, an 8-time national chess champion on the visually impaired national circuit. Moving on to basketball now, and at the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers in Chennai on Monday night, an inspired India overpowered Kazakhstan 88-69. Needing a victory to keep their campaign alive, India came out supremely confident, and right from the outset, they looked a transformed unit. The hosts dominated the Kazakhs right through the game and scored their first victory over the opposition in stellar fashion. With two matches still to play early next year, India still has an outside chance of making the qualification cut. Elsewhere in athletics, the World Athletics President Sebastian Coe met with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Sports Minister Mansukh Mandavia in New Delhi on Monday and emphasized India's vision for hosting the 2036 Olympics and advancing grassroots athletics development. The visit comes amid growing speculation about Coe's campaign to succeed Thomas Bach as the next International Olympic Committee president. India's ongoing bid to host the 2036 Olympics was a key topic during Coe's interactions. Mansukh Mandavia, the sports minister, released a statement on social media where he said, and I quote, "Met Lord Sebastian Coe, discussed our intent to host the 2036 Olympics and Paralympics and our vision for advancing athletics in India from grassroots development to achieving global excellence." News from hockey now, and the 14th Hockey India Sub-Junior Women's National Championships 2024 will commence on Tuesday at the South Central Railway Sports Complex in Sikandrabad, Telangana. 28 teams from across India will be divided into 8 pools in the tournament that will play out until December the 6th. 4 pools in the league will have 3 teams each in them, while the other 4 will have 4 each. Hockey India President Dilip Turkey said, and I quote, "The championship is a great platform for players to grow and get competitive experience." And in the latest edition of our From the Dugout series, we sat down for an interaction with star players from the Pro Kabaddi League U Mumbai. Take a look.
काफ़ी चीज़ें चेंज हुई हैं। चौथे सीजन से जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई थी पीकेएल की, अभी 11वें में पहुंच गई है और शानदार जर्नी रही है मेरी। चौथे सीजन में ट्रॉफी उठाई, 5वें छठे सीजन में फाइनल खेला उसके बाद 9वें सीजन में ट्रॉफी उठाई, एज ए कैप्टन मेरी पहली ट्रॉफी थी वो। 10वें सीजन में सेमीफाइनल तक गए, अभी 11वां सीजन है। इस साल भी कोशिश करेंगे कि यू मुंबा के लिए ट्रॉफी उठाएं। हेलो दोस्तों, मैं सुनील कुमार, यू मुंबा कैप्टन, और मैं एक डिफेंडर हूँ।
मैं अजीत चौहान, मैं रेडर हूँ।
And of course, you can catch that full interview on our YouTube channel. Up next, we've got the play of the day. And finally, our play of the day comes from the FIBE Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers in Chennai on Monday night. Languishing at the bottom of the table and having never beaten Kazakhstan and needing a victory to keep their campaign alive, India came out firing on all cylinders, and they were supremely confident from the outset, and they looked a completely transformed unit as well. The hosts dominated the Kazakhs right through the game and scored their first victory over the opposition in stellar fashion. And for delivering an outstanding 88-69 victory, India's inspired performance over Kazakhstan is our play of the day. And that's all that I have for you on the Playmakers tonight. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time we bring you the news live on YouTube. My name's Rahul Kargal. Thanks for watching the Playmakers tonight. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.